Shalom. Before I begin this video, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule to this day. Also, Shalom, peace and safety, and salutations to the hopeful elect that is laboring his work. So giving it your all in this truth, in his ministry, to show forth your faith by doing this work, by giving all diligence to make your calling and election sure, in faith and truth and sincerity and all charity. Now, this is going to be an impromptu video. I believe I'm going to give it the title as Order Out of Chaos. All right, which is a continuation of what I was speaking on yesterday. And the last video I did concerning this situation concerning a national emergency being declared here in America, in which, in the face of a national emergency, I mentioned that the people, when they see things like this, they react in a certain way, and the reaction of the people is fear. All right, which is leading them to go out and stockpile resources, food, water, and things like that. And really, like I mentioned in the previous video as well, is that really this is the work of the higher ups of Esau. All right, because like the title says, order out of chaos, which in the Latin, in which they have a saying in the Latin, which is ordo ab chaos, which that's what it means by that's what the Latin phrase means. It means order out of chaos. And this really shows that, or should I say, this really is a testing process. This whole situation with the coronavirus, which really is it's a hoax, because you had a few cases here in America, but you have physicians that are with the World Health Organization, or associated with the World Health Organization, that says that more people die from strokes, more people die from heart attacks, more people die from the flu than they do from the coronavirus. So really, this thing is being blown out of proportion. All right. Now, is the coronavirus a real thing? Yes, it is. But the thing is that they use that opportunity of the coronavirus to further their agenda. All right, to further their New World Order agenda, and which is what? To basically have everything under their control, even the people. All right, because they it's not enough for these higher ups of Esau, these so-called elites, these bankers, to have all the world's wealth, the gold, to have all the gold in the world, to have all the possessions, and Slovakia. It's not enough for these elites to have all the possessions in the world, but now they want you. All right. Now they want your soul. Okay, they want the people. And how are they going to do that? By the way of the microchip, the RFID microchip, which is spoken about in the scriptures as the mark of the beast. Okay, that's how they're doing it. All right. See, now we're living in a time where things could spiral even more out of control. Okay. They tell you to stay at home. Some cities, they completely locked it down to where you're not able to leave your home. All right. You're not able to leave your home, your neighborhood. That's guarded off, man. All right. And that's prophecy. Okay? It says a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, pursuant to the second Esdras. I'm going to get that in a little bit. And we're coming into that very time, man. This is the time of martial law is being enacted. Okay? And like we mentioned before, man, there was a saying amongst the elites that all they needed was the right situation to enact their New World Order agenda. All right? And this could be it. All right? Like the apostles and elders have been saying, like the brothers have been saying, hey, this time that we're in right now, what's going on, this very well could be it. All right? You know, this could be the start of martial law, like we always been prophesying. And this is something that we have been saying for years and years on end, man. But you know, people shirked it off as a fairy tale, as something that we just concocted in the basement and around the campfire, you know. But no, man, these are the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right. And what does Scripture say about His words being sent forth? Guess what? It's not going to return to Him void. So as you're seeing, prophecy is playing out right before your very eyes, man. The Lord was not going to keep silent forever, man. He's long suffering, but He's not going to keep silent forever, man. All right. It's a time to where this place was set up to rule, and it's a time for it to go down. And now we're living in a time for this kingdom, which is America, which is known as the Babylon the Great in the Bible, to go down. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the scriptures. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. This is at verse 3. This is for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman. And before time, that's what was being pushed out in America, peace and safety. But soon we're coming into the time of sudden destruction. All right. And guess what, man? This whole situation that's going on right now, this happened in the blink of an eye, man. We barely got into 2020. All right, we're already in March. You know, and the coronavirus was reported, I believe, early February, if I'm not mistaken, if I got my time right. And now it's gotten to this point here in March to where things are now being shut down. All right. Everything is starting to get to the point of being on lockdown, and we're 3 months into the year. Okay. So right now it says, and they shall not escape. Verse 4, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. Right, so we're not in the dark about this, man. We know exactly what's going on through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay, we know that all this is set up for the benefit of these higher ups of Esau, the bankers. Okay. So like it says here, it says, ye brethren are not in darkness, that they shall overtake you as a thief. The other people that are here, man, they're in darkness, man. What does it mean to be in darkness? When you're in darkness and you're in a pitch black, dark space, you can't see anything. All right? You can't see anything. You don't know what's going on. Okay? But we're not in darkness. We are known as the lights that have been sent out by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. That's why scriptures deem the camps as candlesticks. All right? Because a candlestick is used to emit light, to give light into whoever walks into the house. All right? And what house is that? The house of David. All right? Because the house of David spiritually is being rebuilt All right. And I dare say through the Spirit, the house of David is brought together now. All right. The house of David has been declared, and the house of Saul has been declared. All right. And other factions of Israel, these other Israelite camps, they're in their lot. All right. Everybody is in their place. All right. Everybody is in position to take part in the final scene. Okay. Because this is the Lord's show. Okay. Verse 5 says, ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. And that is what we've been doing for years, man. Okay. Oh, and then that brings in mind to another scripture, right? So I can get it real quick. Right, it's Ezekiel chapter 33, and this is at verse 30. It says, also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. And they come unto thee as a people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but with their heart goeth after their covetousness. And that's true, man. You know, the people have been listening in to this word, and they hear our words, but they don't do them, man. They don't follow after what we have taught, starting with the apostle elders of Great Millstone on down. But go after their own covetousness, their own lust, to follow after their own heart, to do what they want to do. All right? But guess what? Verse 32, it says, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on the instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. And when it's coming to pass, right, lo, it will come. You're starting to see it happen. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. So when things spiral even more out of control, they're going to know that a prophet have been among them, telling them about these things, man. But by that time, it's going to be too late. All right? See, the Lord's right now is starting to draw back his men. All right? Because we're not going to be out there in the highways and byways for much longer, man. All right? Because during the time of martial law or complete lockdown, you know, time of emergency, you know, when all hell breaks loose, and it is starting to break loose, you know, we're not going to be out there in the middle of it, man. All right? The Lord's going to draw us back, and he's going to start working, man. Okay? Now I'm going to go on from there. I'm going to get book 2nd Ezra, chapter 15. All right, 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 16. And like I mentioned before, man, this is the time that we're coming into, okay? This is what you're going to start to see happen. 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right, so during a time of complete anarchy, if I use that word, anarchy, in a time of anarchy, right, you have the people that do not regard the government or the president, and to go out and to ravage, man, okay, for resources. Case in point, when you see people in the stores try to buy up everything, guess what, man? Those situations turns into brawls, man. All right. Now imagine all the shelves are empty. By the way, if you go to your local store right now, I can guarantee you that the shelves are completely empty. All right. But when they run out of those resources, guess what? Now you're going to start ravaging each other's houses to get resources. All right, that's what it leads to when the shelves are empty and you're out of resources, right? Man, these streets are empty. That's the spirit. Not only this be a busy highway here, but dang, man, it's a desert now. Only a few cars out here. But yeah, like I said, when the shelves are empty and you have no food or resources left on the shelves to get, and you run out, I mean, what's that going to lead to? That's going to lead to hysteria, and then that's when it's going to be every man for himself. All right. Verse 17, it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Right, because during the time of complete shutdown, when you have something that's on lockdown, right, martial law, right, the cities are locked down, man. All right, nothing can get in, nothing can get out. It reminds me of a show called, it's a series on Netflix I watched called Containment. Okay, it was about a disease that was spread, and they locked down the whole city of Atlanta. And nothing can get in and nothing can get out. And the people, man, they lost it. All right. You know, the government was sending in resources, rations, by crates inside the containment area. All right. And that's how they operate, man. They operate by way of containment. In other words, it's a quarantine. All right. That's what the modern day term is. It's quarantine. So when they quarantine off a certain area or certain areas, nothing can get in and nothing can get out. All right. You can't travel. You can't leave that area. All right. And if you do try to leave that area, you get arrested. All right. And that's how it is when you have a complete shutdown society and martial law is enacted. All right, you have no power in your hand. That's another reason why these people are going to start to take action into their own hands, man. Because even in that show, Containment, you had factions that took matters into their own hands, and they were they were in groups, and they're basically taking from the people just to make sure that they're okay. All right. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to have certain gangs, so to speak, because that's really what they are, to come up and to take your stuff, man. There's going to be absolutely nothing that you can do. But again, like I mentioned before, we're not in darkness as other people. So the Lord's going to take care of us, man. The Lord's got us. All right. So it's nothing to fear. Okay. We have done exactly what he told us to do. So therefore, the Lord's going to take care of his servants, man. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end off on that note. Lord's will is edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. Till next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rechakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of great millstone that rule well to this day. Shalom, peace and safety and salutations to the whole elect that is also plowing in his work. Give me your diligence to make your calling and election sure, in faith, in truth, and sincerity, and all charity. And with that, I'll go say shalom.